welcome to Honeysuckle Farm. So today I'm going to prepare some freeze drying items. We're going to do a test run to see how this works for Christmas, and I mentioned this in our earlier video. We're going to do some homemade applesauce, and we're going to do some eggnog. I'm going to do some key lime pie bites. But right now, I'm going to show you guys, this is the Harvest Right brand, and these are large silicone food molds. Let's see, each mold is 8.5 by 19.9 inches. And then, so this is what they look like. They're totally flexible, they're silicone. And they have these little squares on them. They're 1 inch by 1 inch. And so I'm going to put some eggnog in some of these. I don't know if this will do a whole tray or not, because eggnog is one of my favorite things and nobody else in my house likes it. So I'm gonna try this and see how it works. And so we got this idea off of Retired at 40, his video. I don't think it's a recent video, but we were looking at his freeze drying videos, and he had done this with some food coloring and some peppermint. I don't think I have any peppermint, but I am going to check and see first. Oh, actually I do have some peppermint crumbles for hot cocoa, so we'll use that, and it's already crumbled up, so that's perfect. So I've got some of these peppermints. They are Sweet Stripes. Let's see. Bob's Sweet Stripes. Can't find my pre-crumbled ones, so I'm kind of just rough chopping these up. Just not too small, just a little bit. I kind of want, I'm only going to try this in a couple because I kind of want a little bit more color, I think, especially if we're going to be giving these as Christmas gifts. Oh, Ariella found it. Okay, so Ariella found some of the regular peppermint crumbles that we had for hot chocolate. And then I've got these Bob's, we're going to call them the chalky ones. These are my favorite. They're not really chalky, but they're, I don't know what the difference. These are harder. These are softer to chew. I like these. So I'm going to try a row of each one and we'll see what happens. So let's get started. I'm going to just sprinkle. Actually, we're going to have more than just a row. I'm going to sprinkle these peppermints in. I don't want to do more than 2 rows. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put these Bob's ones next. Cut up a few more, maybe one more. They're not easy to cut. I guess if I was going to do a lot of these, you could try a food processor, but again, I really want some of that color to show. So I'm not really sure what else. Okay, so there we go. Peppermints are in there. So now I'm going to give it a shake. And this is only about half of a container because I've drank the other container. So I'm going to just fill up these molds. And I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to set this on a tray. That makes sense. I'm gonna set it on the freeze dryer tray. And we have the Harvest Right, oops, that was a little full, large. I'm gonna get a tray. Yep, that's why you should use a tray. Okay, so lesson learned, just made a mess, but that's okay. Make messes when you're learning. Then I'm going to do some without the candy in them. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to do the applesauce. And I'm gonna pipe it in there because I just feel like that will be easier. Whoop. So these are supposed to be a really neat snack, applesauce bites. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is homemade applesauce. We bought a made a bulk purchase of apples from a company called Bulk Natural Foods, I think. And so I got 120 pounds of apples, and we made applesauce and apple juice and apple butter and apple jelly and we dehydrated apples, we freeze dried apples. We did a lot of things with apples. Oh, and I even took the little half pint jelly jars and made little individual, I canned little individual applesauces for Ariella to take to play dates and things like that because she loves applesauce. So might as well give her good applesauce. Now I'm just gonna smooth this out a little bit. I've got a little bit more. I'm gonna get some more applesauce. Ooh. So we've never done this before. We've never done the eggnog or the applesauce. So I've watched other people do it on YouTube. So we'll see how this all works out. And we will share it with you guys, okay? So here's my tray, and I'm going to stick this in the freezer, and then these will freeze, and then we will put them in the freeze dryer. Next, we're gonna try some key lime pie. Just going to do a quarter of it. we'll see how this works. So from what I understand, from Retired at 40, I don't know his name, you cut and then you wipe your knife and it helps you keep it nice and clean. And I want to get bites. So I'm going to try. Yeah, it works. Okay, leave that there. I almost forgot to wipe off my knife. It's pretty clean anyway. You know, I think next time this needs to be really cold. We'll give it a taste test, shall we? That's too big. Key lime pie is one of my favorites. And that is good. It's from Publix. Okay. So I just have a few little bites. And I just want to try it and see how it works. And if we like it, and then I'm going to buy some more key lime pies and some pumpkin pies to do this with. And we will see how this works out. I'm going to get this on the tray. And then we will put it in the freezer and let it pre-freeze, and then we'll stick them in the freeze dryer. Okay, so we also had some other ideas. Ariella actually and her daddy had some ideas of some things they wanted to try. We're gonna try some jelly beans.
And feel free to let me have whatever left over.
I think not. And we're going to try some of these fun little marshmallows. I'm going to cut these. These are kind of big. Also, I think I need to space out the jelly beans. I don't know if they're going to, sometimes things get bigger in the freeze dryer. I really want to try the ones I don't have to cut. Do you know there were these little ones in there? Look at these little ones.
Those are great for cutting up with scissors and putting into your Cheerios.
These are fun colors. They're pinks.
And yellows and blues, like baby colors. Oh, do you have to cut those in half?
Yeah, I'm cutting those in half because they're so big.
Okay.
Have we done marshmallows before?
Yes, plenty of times.
Do they get bigger?
No.
Okay.
Not too much. They do expand a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay.
I'm interested.
If you ever need to remember anything, Ariella is your girl. She has a elephant-like memory.
Is that a good thing?
That is a good thing. Elephants remember a lot of things. Let's not put all of those in there, okay?
Okay, I'll put them back in the bag.
Here's the bag. So we'll try these. And then we'll see what happens. It's pretty. Don't touch my key lime pie.
Okay, maybe we should call this one the sugar one, because we are doing freeze-dried Skittles now, which are amazing.
Why do you like these so much?
One, because when you eat a normal Skittle, they're really chewy, and the stuff gets stuck on your teeth. And two, they're crunchy, like potato chips.
And they swell up and they look like an Oreo. So you'll have, if you do a red one, you'll have red on one side, white in the center, and then red on the other side like an Oreo. Except Oreos are black and white, but I mean visually.
Like an Oreo.
Like an Oreo.
And maybe we could stick some jelly beans in these gaps.
No, we're not going to do that.
And,
We're gonna, need to do that.
But what if they blow up and stick to
Yeah,
you?
they're fine. They'll be fine.
All right.
No. All right, so that's that tray. We need to fill up 2 more trays. We've got some bone broth. I think that's probably what we'll do next. Hi, you guys. I just wanted to explain real quick why the video kind of leaves off without finishing up. So I'm going to end up having to do this in a part 1 and part 2 because you see the freeze dryer running behind me here. We had to start a load of bone broth because we just needed to get it out of the refrigerator and get that taken care of. And so we put it in here, and normally we freeze it ahead of time. We didn't have time to do that or the space in the freezer because I already have the trays of the little candies and Christmas gift idea trial run stuff that I had put in the freezer. And my freezer is absolutely packed with pork and beef. So I just didn't have space. So we had to go directly into the freeze dryer with liquid broth, bone broth. And so that's going to take a little bit longer to run. It's already been running 21 hours because it had to freeze all of that, and now it is drying it. And you can see, I don't know if you can see. You can see the ice on it. So that's what that looks like. You can probably hear it running in the background as well. So I just wanted to let you know I'm going to finish that video, but I'm going to go ahead and upload this part 1 so you guys can see it. And this will probably run, it's got another almost 3 hours of drying time, and we may have to add additional time to it because it was a liquid. So we'll see how much longer this has. We might be able to get the other stuff in tomorrow, and so we'll show you what that looks like. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. We had rain here today, and it's just been super windy. So Ariella and I took a trip to the library, and we had so much fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button down there so you get all the notifications of when we upload new content for you guys and new videos and new information. And keep following us and keep growing.